Who's Right Tonight? Tommy Tree coming at ya. Doug's most recent appearance on WATP was a rare triple gangbanger. Anthony finally wants to start selling mattresses. Brazil's biggest hit of 2023 was a 13-year-old getting decapitated by a concrete pole. Elephants never forget. Just ask my ex-girlfriend. If anyone listened to Anthony back in 2001 about queer theory, he could have saved Building 7. Disney is remaking Snow White without the 7 dwarves. I don't believe the dwarves were problematic in the original. I believe it was the dude who was walking around the woods, kissing dead bodies until one of them woke up. Also, babies did not have a high survival rate in the stories in this previous week's episode. And then super chat and phone calls. Actually, during the phone calls, Doug said if Jose didn't pick up, the whole show is done. The whole thing. Jose, if this is the only thing you hear this week, just know it's all your fault. Now I hope you're ready to get wild and wacky. Doug and Anthony are about to start the show, as long as they're here.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on? How you doing today?
I'm doing fucking great. I had a good day. I had a great week. The internet had no issues last night for the bonus episode.
Yay! The audio the video portion of last night's show was the best.
The best we've ever done.
Right. Yeah. The bonus episode was a gangbanger, I'll tell you that. It was fun.
Yeah, so we did some Dear Flabbies last night on our bonus episode. And I have to say, we are getting low on Dear Flabbies. So the segment might just come to an end.
No, don't say that. People are going to send in questions. Send in your questions. We'll answer your questions and call you gay.
Go to who'srightpodcast.com and click Dear Flabby, and there's a link there to submit your questions. And we would be happy to help.
Right.
What else? The Blue Doug Challenge.
Yes.
So there, go to who'srightpodcast.com and click blue. So I'm trying to get everything funneled to our website.
Right.
Everything.
So eventually what the goal is, we talked about this last night. The goal is going to be to get to the Blue Doug Challenge on the newsletter. So that should go out to everybody if you're subscribed. So as soon as that happens, we'll make an announcement in the newsletter.
No, I just want to get used to saying who'srightpodcast.com.
Right.
That's where everything needs to go. You need to quit fucking setting up all these fake websites and like our coffee company should have been called who'srightpodcast.com. We wouldn't fuck it up.
We wouldn't fuck up the name. Go buy some coffee. ArizonaBayCoffee.com. You can find a link on who'srightpodcast.com.
Okay. So that's it. Blue Doug is up there.
Yeah.
That is I don't even know if we've talked about it. I think I tried, but we're doing we had a conversation on the show about the Blue Whale Challenge.
Yep.
So we started the Blue Doug Challenge. I think we are on week 3 now.
Yes.
The gallery is building up.
Yeah. It's awesome. I'm excited.
You can check that gallery out at who'srightpodcast.com. All right. Enough of that shit.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Move this over here to complete.
And done.
Dear Flabby, coffee. Share our shit. Move that. Who's Right Tonight? Reoccurring segment. And caught up.
Does it count? If you got to put a little bit of like passion into it.
Share our shit.
If you like, and you have to do it at the end too. If you like what we're doing, tell your friends, tell your enemies, share our shit. Or
Okay,
something.
so I'll put share our shit back up.
Okay, good. Whew, I didn't want to forget.
Now that this is on you, we have committed that this column will be empty by the end of every show.
Right.
This is on you. I have released share our shit, and you have taken ownership of share our shit.
You got it. Synergy.
Okay. So we have a bunch of fucking stories to go through.
Yes.
Before, okay, so 2 things. Little more housekeeping.
Oh boy.
Do you have a washer?
So we do have a bunch of stories to go through. No, of course not.
You were reminded You
We're
were
going out of
reminded.
town this week. We didn't have time.
You were reminded last week. Did you change your furnace filter? Okay.
Yes. Well, wait, no. My wife did. Does that count?
Sure.
All right, cool.
Did you have any conversations at all with your wife about what I said about her on the show?
No.
Okay, cool. All right. So this,
I would never do that.
I'll send it to her.
I would-
She needs to know.
I would never subject her to that level of degeneracy.
So what's this thing that Beck sent in?
Oh my god! So apparently, in my neck of the woods, fucking in Chicago, they had a baseball game, as they do, and somebody snuck a gun into the fucking foosball stadium, whatever the is it a stadium for baseball?
Yeah, don't be an imbecile. Yes,
I don't
of course.
know. I don't fucking dude. I don't know. Anyways, somebody snuck a gun inside their fucking fat folds, and apparently their Mountain Dew, the fucking gun fell out and went off or whatever. But that story alone, I probably wouldn't even have put it on here. But what happened after that at the end of the game, I'm just going to read to you from the article. It says, however, it meant that fans were initially left dismayed when a post-game concert starring rapper Vanilla Ice was canceled for apparent technical reasons. So somebody snuck a gun into the stadium in their fat, and that caused the cancellation of the Vanilla Ice concert.
You know how pissed off I would be?
It was so awesome when I read that. So they didn't even tell the people, like, okay, a gun went off, somebody got shot in the arm or whatever. They didn't stop the game. That happened early in the game. The game just kept going, and most of the people in the stadium didn't even know that there was a gun. So at the end of the concert, they just put a thing on the Jumbotron that said, the Vanilla Ice concert is canceled because of technical difficulties, and nobody knew why. Nobody, everybody was just thinking that they canceled Vanilla Ice because the home team lost. I saw a couple people say, why would they're going to cancel a concert because you lost? That's so shitty. We came here to see Vanilla Ice.
Is it supposed to be newsworthy that somebody uses their fat fold as a pocket? Like,
I don't, if in Ethiopia, I'm guessing, yes. In America, I'm not really sure.
I mean, that's where I keep my vape.
I was hoping you would say you keep it under your boob. That would be so awesome.
Reports indicate that security failed to detect the weapon with handheld metal detectors and couldn't conduct a thorough search due to privacy concerns. It's unsettling to consider that some obese person could smuggle a weapon into a crowded venue. This situation is yet another reason to stop with the fat is beautiful narrative.
Yeah, this one. Fat is beautiful because we want to carry our guns in our fat folds.
Who really thinks that thinks that fat is beautiful?
Nobody
Right.
thinks that.
Fat is sweaty. That's the movement. Fat is sweaty.
Fat stinks. So you can't be a fat person and do any physical activity and not stink, right? You
Wrong.
compare.
I don't stink. I don't.
Sure. Have you smelled up under your boobs?
No, that's fucking gross. No, you can be fat and not stink.
Yeah, right out of the shower.
No, like I go days without stinking.
Uh-huh.
Now, I would say, okay, so you have about a 24 or 16 to 24 hour window from getting out of the shower
Yeah.
to where BO comes on,
Okay.
depending on physical activity. What I would say is there's like a curve that the fatter you are, the quicker that time comes. So like if you and I were both to go out and, I don't know, shovel the grass or whatever people do that have yards. Like you may not start stinking until hour 15, and I might start stinking at hour like 12
So
or 9.
or from the walk from the shower to your
No,
bedroom.
no, that's what I'm saying. It's not that bad.
For
No.
you, but there are some people that it's that bad, right? I mean, there are some people that are so fat that they sweat walking from their bathroom to their bedroom after a
No,
shower,
yeah,
right?
I'm not talking about them. They're gross.
Oh, maybe we should have a different name for really fat people. 'Cause-
What? That one lady calls them infinifats.
Ooh, Infinifats. I like that.
And she's one of them. It was a podcast that I reviewed on WATP a while back.
Really? And-
I don't remember her name, but yeah, it was
What?
like
in a positive way?
yes.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I honestly don't, other than just like pure narcissism, I don't understand the fat positive movement. It doesn't,
No, it's not narcissism at all.
you don't think so?
No, it's trying to cover up for insecurities. Like and cover up for laziness. It would be like
I guess
if,
narcissism was wrong. Yeah.
if you were to come out and start saying, I'm proud to have no hair at the forefront of my head.
Male pattern baldness is awesome.
Right. You're just saying that to cover up the fact that you are insecure about it. So
That's
you're
not, I don't believe you because I think male pattern baldness is awesome and sexy.
right.
But okay, it's fine if I say that. I get what you're saying, but like other
actually-
people are joining in. Skinny people are joining in.
No, but they're faking it.
I mean, yeah.
But
That's
that
true, I guess.
that really wasn't a good analogy because fat people are choosing to stay fat and say that they're proud of it instead of exercising to get rid of it. Whereas you have no choice; you are just losing your hair and looking like you look.
Right. Right. And I can't exercise it away. I'm going to exercise myself to a full head of hair.
But yeah, it's the same thing. And the people that you say that like skinny people are joining in. That's. Do you really think that the people that change their fucking Facebook profile to the Ukrainian flag are out there on the fucking front line?
Yes. Yes. And it's funny because it's the same fucking people. It's the same people that go, they had a day of remembrance or a day of blackness for Black Lives Matter. Remember when all that happened? And then they switched to the Ukrainian flag and it's fat people are beautiful. The fatter, the better.
Yeah, the fatter the berry, the sweeter the juice. That's like a real thing.
Right. Right. What? How do you? Okay. Do you think that this turns around like a pendulum? Do you think that this swings the other way to where we go back to where like, no, anorexia is beautiful? Do you think we go back to that anytime, or is it just this is where we're at?
So, okay, right now, I don't think that the pendulum has moved at all on this fat thing in, I don't know, 200 years. Like, I think
Okay.
now the narrative around it may have changed. People may have changed what they say publicly,
Okay.
but they still think fat people are gross.
Right.
But, there was a time in our history where fat was beautiful. Like with Caesar and grapes and like the fatter you were, the more wealth it showed you had.
Well, yeah, because like everybody was starving to death, right? So if you weren't starving to death, you were extremely attractive.
Right. But at some point, it will get back to that again.
Huh.
Like, hopefully, really fucking quick. Because I look so fucking rich.
You got the finest robes. Jesus. Huh. All I keep thinking is what's next. I wish I could get out in front of it. Just so that I can make t-shirts and make a little bit of money. You know what I mean? I just want to get out in front of it.
You can't. You can't. You can't.
Okay.
They
Okay.
whoever is writing all this shit is way better than any TV show or movie you've ever seen. Like they'll get you with something that you do not expect.
Right. I agree. So I have been seeing more and more. I've been seeing it for many, many years, but it's coming into the mainstream now. This whole movement against cars. Have you seen that coming up at all?
Okay. Normally, I would say, Anthony, there's nobody fucking against cars. But this time, I'm going to say, go on. I'm interested.
I don't have like an example on the tip of my tongue, but I've just been seeing more of a conversation from people who are climate change alarmists who are interested in getting rid of cars altogether, making cities walk, bike, that kind of thing, and just writing articles and factoids and all that kind of shit about the destruction of cars and how cars are the worst thing that's ever happened to the world, and everything changed for the environment with the invention of cars, blaming Henry Ford and all that kind of horse shit.
I thought it was like last year, 2 years ago, when it was 2-cycle engines was the worst thing that had ever happened. And they were making everybody in California get rid of their weed eaters and shit.
Right. Now it's regular car engines. I don't know how many cycles those are, but we're getting rid of those too. But I mean, they cite all kinds of statistics about, pollution and people getting hit by cars and drunk driver, just everything bad about cars turns into an argument against cars in general. Like, we just shouldn't have cars. And cars are obviously racist because of the way they built the roads, and cars are classist because you can't afford to have a car if you're poor, which that's the dumbest fucking argument I've ever heard, because every poor person I know has had 15 cars in their lives. You've had more cars in your life than me ever when you were poor.
Fuck you. I was never poor. I just wasn't well off.
Right. But to me, it seems like poor people have a knack for finding car. They always have a different car.
So there are people that, okay, no, there was a point in my life when I didn't have a car and I couldn't buy one. It was when I got in that car wreck and I didn't have insurance.
Yeah.
And it totaled the car.
Yeah.
And then I got sued because I was in a car wreck in a car that didn't have insurance. And then I ended up, the guy that wrecked that car ended up giving me his truck. So there was a period there for like 3 months where I didn't have a vehicle.
So you
drove
somebody's truck that hit you and totaled your car?
No.
Oh.
No, that's not what happened at all.
Okay,
that was my fault. The way I told the story, or just went through the. Long story short, car wreck.
Yeah,
I got a free truck.
Okay, okay, perfect. Huh? So you've never heard? Okay, I've been hearing these arguments against cars. People have been writing books about it I've been hearing it for at least 10, 15 years. I'm sure it happened way before that, but it was never, ever a mainstream idea. It was always just a really, really fringe thing. Like, no, we can't have cities without cars, or you can't have suburbs without cars. And then once they get into that argument, the idea is, yes, you can't have suburbs without cars. That's the point. We want to move people into the cities. and then they move into the whole housing argument. Suburbs are bad for poor people because there's housing that's spread out. Everything's spread out. It's a waste.
No. There are suburbs because of poor people. Like you don't want to live with them. So you live outside of the city.
No, I understand. I'm not making that argument. I'm just telling you what these retards say. They want, affordable housing, which means black people houses, and like,
what's that, like crushed velvet?
Yeah.
What does black people houses mean?
It means houses stacked on top of each other with one landlord and, no running water or whatever. Or maybe running water sometimes. Maybe you share a bathroom. I don't know, just shitty houses that like nobody wants to live in. That's what affordable housing is. Nobody really wants to live like that.
I would be okay. Okay, so if during this next election,
yeah,
right. So I don't know that Trump is going to be able to run again, from what I was reading. They're going to try to get him and say that due to his part in the insurrection or resurrection or whatever the fuck it was,
Definitely the resurrection.
that the Constitution forbids him from being able to run.
Mhm.
So if that's the case,
Yeah.
Biden isn't going to win.
You don't
So
think
then, like, the empty spot where Donald Trump was,
Uh-huh.
it will be who's voted president. So we it'll it'll send us down a course of chaos. But I would be okay if through all of that, a shadow government takes over and they ban the cars and they ban the suburbs and they ban, like, if they ban me driving to Tulsa specifically, I'm good with that.
Ban meat, no more meat, which means no more meat sales. Oh my god! So when you go to vote, are you expecting to see like a TBD? It's Joe Biden versus TBD. We'll figure it out later. So if that happens, that's crazy. If that happens, and they just say, nope, Donald Trump can't run. I think we've had this conversation before, but you said nothing's going to happen because nobody's, they're all a bunch of pussies. But isn't that like huge? I mean, they just say, no, he can't run. I mean, that just seems like such a like history altering event. You know what I mean? And like, if we just go on with the election like normal after that.
So I'm completely ignorant in most everything, but especially this.
Sure.
I believe it is my opinion that when Donald Trump got arrested,
Yeah.
that was the beginning of the end of the country. Not because I'm pro-Trump, because I'm not.
Yeah.
But the fact that the other side used all this bullshit to tie him up in legal battles,
Right.
to keep him from running, which
Right.
is my opinion of what happened, is that's it. Like, okay, there's nothing more to worry about.
Right.
We're on that. Did you ever go sledding as a kid? And like, did you have a sledding hill that went down and then it kind of flattened out and then it went down again? We're on that second downhill part now.
Damn. That sucks. That means the ride's almost over.
Right. But at the bottom of the hill, there's tree stumps with spikes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say hot chocolate. I was excited for a second.
And don't get me wrong, I am not pro-Trump by any stretch of the imagination, but I am pro-America, goddammit.
I'm pro-America existing.
I'm pro-America. I'm pro what America used to stand for.
Slaves.
Whatever. Yes. Slavery and discounted cotton.
Yeah, that should be your presidential platform. Just the discounted cotton part. Cotton discounts for everybody. Oh my god. So can you believe that we started this podcast like right away when Trump was the first time Trump was president, you know what I mean? Like that was when we started. And we've been going through this whole thing. We've watched so much change, and our assessment of all of it is just like, yeah, it's gay. There's gay. What about the trans? You know, like we've literally watched the shit unfold in front of us, and the commentary that we've given is just like, there's too many blacks, trans people. You know what I mean? Like just the dumbest fucking shit.
We've checked in more with baby Jessica than we have with the fucking state of the United States.
I love it. I fucking love it.
All right. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I get depressed when I...
Yeah, it sucks. I understand. But anyways, fat folds. That was the point. The point of the story was the fat folds, and they had to cancel Vanilla Ice. How did we get on politics?
Why did... Is it... I don't understand... Okay, I don't want to put you on the spot, so I'm going to ask you a question. The question is going to be, I don't understand why you you decided to pull this based just on the Vanilla Ice concert.
Because Vanilla Ice
I haven't asked you yet.
Okay, sorry.
So, Anthony.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to pull this story based strictly on the fact that there was going to be a Vanilla Ice concert?
Because I understand how much you love Vanilla Ice. And I if you can tie your love of Vanilla Ice and everything Vanilla Ice does to guns and fat folds, that's funny to me. If we can make a connection, and I didn't even have to make the connection. It was already made for me. So it was just making my job easier.
So if I, in fact, loved Vanilla Ice as much as you alleged, wouldn't I have already known this?
No, you're busy with meat sales, man. I'm trying to keep you abreast of all this stuff.
Thank you. But just know I would be fucking livid if I was all ready to go to do the fucking go ninja go thing. And then they just flashes on the screen like, oh yeah, he's not going to perform. Sorry, guys.
Right. And you didn't even know that there was a gun in a fat fold until you didn't find out that till later. So I want to play Guess the Race on the fat bitch, but I don't know that if it ever said. We just wildly speculate.
Okay, so I have a methodology to my thinking.
All right.
Black. But
that's the methodology.
yes.
All right.
And I would go so far as to say she was there with a skinny black dude.
Really?
And like they were getting ready to go through the metal detectors, and he just went like and shoved it up in there.
So you're telling me that women have no agency. You're a sexist. So this couldn't be her gun?
I don't know what you mean by agency. Don't use the fucking social justice bullshit with me.
Social justice. Okay.
What does it mean if she has no agency?
Like she can't make the decision to have a gun on her own. If something bad happened, it was because a man did something bad to her or made something bad happen. Like she can't do bad things.
So why wouldn't you say that instead of saying the word agency? Because I've never heard you say agency before.
Sorry, my bad.
No, I'm being serious. I'm truly being serious. Why would you now say agency instead of just saying she can't do what she wants to do? She be doing?
Women be shopping. So I don't understand the question.
How do you not understand the question? Do you not have the agency to answer this?
I don't understand the question because your premise was, I've never heard you say that word. Why are you saying it now? I'm saying it now because it fits the context of what we're talking about. I don't use words that don't fit the context. Wait, back up a little bit.
Okay. Is it fair to say that we've been talking through two presidencies?
Yeah.
You just brought that up.
Yeah.
And are you telling me that in all of those conversations that we've had, as well as the conversations we've had off the air, never, ever, there was never an appropriate time to use the word agency?
How would I know that?
But now there is. This isn't just a new word that you have learned recently.
Is this a deflection because you're retarded and you don't know what the word agency means? How do you not know what the word agency means?
I know like talent agency.
Right.
So don't dip. No, I'm being calm and I'm being respectful. You are the one deflecting by calling me retarded. I simply asked a question. Why did you choose to use that word then? Your response seemed appropriate. If I knew the definition and I knew it was the right word, then it would have made sense to me.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So in a conversation back and forth, you're asking me why I chose to use a particular word at this particular time, as if I have some sort of like motive on the words I'm going to use at any particular time.
Yes, that's exactly it. Okay. Here's what I've picked up on.
Okay.
When we record a bonus episode, you are like old Anthony. You're funny. You're quick-witted. You come in with the one-liners. When we record a public episode, it's like you're running for Congress and you use fancy college words.
Agency. The word is agency. It's not fancy or college. And I don't even know what the Congress people do. Why would I want to run for that fucking job?
But you always on the bonus episodes, you're okay with looking stupid. On the public episodes, you come off as holier than thou, or you attempt like you're trying to.
How is it attempt? Jesus Christ, dude!
I can't
How
hear
is
you
it-
when you're up on your soapbox. Can you come down here
Right.
and talk to me?
Sorry, my bad. How is it holier than thou to use a word that that I assumed you knew what it meant?
Have you ever heard me say the word agency? No.
No.
You know why? Because it's pretentious.
It's how. In what way is it pretentious? How is it pretentious to have a vocabulary beyond duh, gay? How is that pretentious?
Right. Do you see what you're doing? Do you see
yes,
what you're
I'm
doing?
talking shit to you because you're retarded.
Do you see what you're doing?
Yes, I see exactly what I'm doing.
Right. So you start with the name calling because you know you're wrong.
How? Okay. What am I wrong about? What point did you make that I am wrong about?
That you are purposely using, like you're using your word of the day bullshit in here to try to come off smarter than what you actually are. When you work in a machine shop, right?
Yes.
Have you ever said the word agency within those walls?
I don't know.
No, you know
I
what?
don't-
You know why
I
you
don't-
haven't?
I don't track. I didn't say I haven't. You said that.
No, I know you
have
haven't. Like you're sitting there fucking spinning the dials on your lathe, and the fucking the maintenance supervisor comes up and is like, "Hey, we got to do a PM on that." I've got agency. Get the fuck out of here. I know how you talk, and I
why
know
do
how
I-
people in machine shops talk. And
you
you
say
don't
you
sit
know
there and
how I talk, but you talk
don't
with a lisp. I don't talk with a lisp.
you don't use the word fucking agency. And now you're going to come on here and all of a sudden just like I couldn't pick up what it means by context, but I mean, you're acting like I couldn't pick up what it means by in context. But that's not why I stopped the flow of the show. I wanted to know specifically, why did you choose to use that word then? Like, what was your mindset? And I think your mindset was, I can seem smart if I use agency.
So there's zero chance that you think that.
Oh,
We
no,
have
no.
a-
It's 100,000% chance that I
No.
think that.
But that's because you're stupid. Because we're having a conversation, and I can barely keep up with this regular conversation that we're having back and forth. And you're saying that in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I can sound smart if I say that. When would I have thought that thought and then use the word agency all in the same conversation and been able to keep up with the conversation? I'm not that fucking smart.
You know, maybe you don't know. I'm going to explain something to you. For you to think I'm going to try to sound smart and use the word agency, let's say that took me 4 seconds to say. It doesn't take you 4 seconds to think that. You understand that thoughts move faster than your mouth can articulate words, right?
Not mine. So when would I have thought that? Would I have thought it like when we first started the show? Okay, today's word of the day is agency. Do you think I have it written right here? Right, agency. I gotta work this in somehow.
Yes, I mean,
And then I just waited for you to say something sexist.
anyway, whatever. Just don't use a stupid fucking gay word. Don't pretend to have a vocabulary on this show that you don't use. You can only use machine shop words on this show. That's what I'm saying.
No, I reject that premise.
Anything other than that, then you are super gay.
Nope, I reject that premise.
No, I don't give a fuck what you reject. I'll call you out on every time you start using your fucking made up vocabulary.
Good. Then people will see how dumb you are. You don't know what fucking words mean.
No,
Just regular vocabulary.
Again-
You don't know what the words mean. It's not
Again-
my fault that you have a small
3,
vocabulary.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, it's not that I don't understand what the word means. What I didn't understand is why you chose to use it, because it is so out of character for you.
It's not.
It's
not. It's how is it out of character to use a word that makes sense in context? That doesn't make any sense to me what you're saying. It's a word that you don't know what it means. So
again, stop projecting. You don't know what it means.
I forgot.
I told you, I know what the word means. I knew what it meant. But you know what? It is not in my vocabulary because I'm not a faggot. Okay? I don't say the word agency. Straight men don't say the word agency.
Okay. All right then. What a douche. You're total fucking douche.
No, you are.
Straight men don't use the word agency.
They don't.
Can you can you give me a list of words that straight men don't use?
I can't run through and give you that list right now,
Uh-huh.
but I will let you know every time you use one of them.
Just any word that you don't know what it means.
Again,
How many times on this show have I just in normal conversation used a word that you don't know what it means? And every single time you pretend like I would just never say that. But then in a week or two, it'll happen again because you don't know very many words. And you're pushing that back on me.
again, straight men don't use the word agency.
Right.
That
Right.
the audience will speak. The audience will tell me
I agree
whether
with
or
you.
not the straight men use the word agency.
I would almost guarantee that most of our audience knows what the word agency means and just went right
it's
through
not.
it.
It's not about whether or not I knew what it meant. I know what the word means. I wanted to know why you chose to use it.
But you don't want to know why I choose to use any other words that I use, just that one in particular.
Right, because all of those words that you, just like the sentence you just said, is how you talk to normal people. I've worked with you. I worked with you in a machine shop.
Okay.
You've never said anything that sounded remotely close to a word that sounded like it would be used in conjunction with agency.
Conjunction? I don't know what that means. Why would you use
That's-
the word conjunction in that particular instance?
P-
Trying to sound
predicate.
smart?
Predicate.
What a tool.
Okay, can we fucking move on now?
Yeah,
Is
yes,
that-
yes,
is that
yes,
copacetic?
We can. Yeah, yes. We can move on.
I'm not trying to be facetious here. Okay, I'm.
Synergy. Did I already use that one?
You did.
All right.
Okay, that was fun.
Was it?
Woman fined for fighting back too much during sex attack.
Sex attack.
You know what we haven't done in a while? I don't know if
What?
this is the right story to do it.
Uh-huh.
I want you to play Foley artist again. We haven't done that in a long time.
Oh boy. All right. Does that mean I have to make sex noises and like fighting back sex noises? That's not good. That can't be good. Stop doing that to me.
Okay. Milika Zikovic walked into court as a victim, but the judge gave her a slap on the wrist for exceeding the necessity of self-defense. Self-defense. The
Trying to
24-year-old
put you in the mood here.
The 24-year-old was walking home with a friend after a night out in the town of Kalasan in northern Montenegro when she noticed a man was following them.
Hey, is that guy following us? I mean, hey, is that guy following us?
He tried to speak with them, but the two ignored his advances and tried to laugh it off. What happened next made her feel fearful for her life and anticipating the worst, the student
In
told
quotes.
Metro.
The worst.
The student told metro.co.uk. Malika said, he grabbed my chin. And then he grabbed me by my intimate part, the bottom area.
Let go of my chin and intimate parts. What the fuck? Intimate parts.
Defending myself, I hit him with a closed and then an open fist. And then an open fist,
Oh, wait. Forgot about that one.
which I learned while training kickboxing for 4 years.
Wait, kickboxing and you hit him with an open fist? You slapped him. Just say you slapped him.
She added, in such moments, you can only think of the worst. But I fought as hard as I could, and I, of course, knocked him out.
Okay, I don't have any noises for that one. He's gonna rape me. Gotta knock him out.
In court, Malika was fined $82 of their dollars for exceeding the necessity of self-defense and for violating public order and peace, which made her feel very uncomfortable.
Wait. So I think I might agree with this, right? Like
What?
if somebody just walks up to you and grabs your chin and your nuts, are you allowed to just punch them out?
Yes. Yes.
They're not hurting you.
Are they grabbing my nuts or are they massaging my nuts?
Well, I mean, they just fondled your balls and grabbed your chin.
Okay, so here, there's a difference. Like if you say, "Oh, suck my nuts,"
Uh-huh.
because really what you're saying is lick my ball sack.
Yeah.
Okay, but when they actually put a nut in your mouth and go, it's like, oh!
That's pretty painful.
So, like, if somebody sucks your nuts into their throat, you have the right to knock them out. I think that's what the story says.
I think that's what the law says.
I think that you should be able to write somebody a ticket for sucking your nuts.
Everybody should be deputized. We're deputizing everybody. Here's your pad of paper to write this bitch a ticket for sucking your nuts too hard. Oh, Jesus. So basically, the story is this guy walked up to her, touched her gently, and she knocked him out. And then she's complaining.
Oh, you're doing that thing.
What thing?
You're trying to minimize the victim's experience and then take the
No,
other side. I get
I'm
it.
not trying to minimize the victim. The guy got knocked out. I'm not minimizing that at all.
That was smooth. Good job.
Thanks.
So she didn't have agency? Is that right?
Right. That's exactly right. So yeah, he rubbed it off her chin. Rubbed that agency right off your chin. So did the guy get in trouble? Her attacker had to pay only $370 before being released. So he paid $370, she paid $82. That sounds fair to me. Right? I mean,
No, that's stupid.
why? He got knocked out.
He tried fucking fingering her without her permission. Like, this isn't even a real conversation.
What did he do, really? He did not. How did he try to finger her? He put his hand near her vagina.
Vulva.
Yeah. Like, he just wanted to see. Maybe his hands were cold. Just feel the heat coming off her. Put his hand on her chin. And this bitch went crazy and knocked him out.
See, you're doing. I don't like when you do this either.
What am I doing?
You are such a contrarian
Mhm.
that you are now a proponent of rape.
Uh-huh. What's up? I don't understand the problem.
Okay. Oh. What about this? Ooh, beheading son. Did we talk about the Texas woman accused of beheading and eating her infant son? Yeah, we did that, didn't we?
No.
What?
No,
No,
we did
wasn't that one of the kids that died last week?
No, I think that was a different one. I don't think anybody ate their kid last week, did they?
I swear we talked about this. Yeah, it's the same picture.
Are you sure? Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I just don't. Maybe there's so many dead kids I don't remember. Yeah, you're right. Same picture. I remember that picture.
Yeah, with a steak knife and two swords. Yeah, we already did that.
Yeah, damn it.
And you just put it on here 2 days
Yeah,
ago.
We must have talked about it, and then I put it on there.
Fuck.
I don't fucking remember. There's so many dead kids, I can't keep them straight. I don't know.
What, you want me to fucking keep a tally?
I think we should get an Excel spreadsheet of all these dead kids.
Okay, what about this one? Florida school officials apologize for assembly singling out black students about low test scores. So I read this article. Long story short, okay, in this school,
Uh-huh.
you know, they had the standardized test.
Yeah,
So everybody filled out their Scantron or whatever the fuck it is they use nowadays.
sure.
They submitted the test. They scored the test. The results came back, and it was essentially all the black kids failed the test.
Okay.
All the white kids got white kid scores. I don't know how else to say it.
A's.
Okay. So they held an assembly for the lower scoring kids,
Okay.
the black kids.
So, but they didn't say that though, right? They just said lower scoring. It just happened that they were black, right?
No, I think they actually just said we need all
All the blacks.
we need all the black kids to come to the gymnasium. You know where basketball is.
Where the
Okay.
basketball is.
No, we need. Hold on. We need all the black students to come to the basketball room. Oh, before we go to the story, did you see that they released or leaked or whatever Kobe Bryant's autopsy shit?
No.
It's fucking awesome.
Why? Why is that awesome? Didn't he just die in a helicopter crash?
Yeah, but okay, so there's several things that leaked. One is the whatever, the crematorium and the mortician or whoever does the autopsies.
Yeah.
You know, they do a little sketch of like, okay, there was a bullet hole here or
Oh, okay.
But this guy's a sketch. Like, so he lost an arm and both legs.
Oh,
So
God.
like where his arm was supposed to be, like there's a little bone protruding from his shoulder, and then where his legs were, there's little bones protruding. And there's like scribbles all over it, like, you know,
Like notes?
yeah, but like all the injuries, like charred flesh and helicopter slice blades, and
They scuffed his Jordans.
you know, I wonder if I can search this real quick and
So
get it on the screen.
what was the point? I don't understand what the point of doing an autopsy. Don't they usually do that just to like
Like you just walk up and cause of death, helicopter.
Exactly. Like I don't have to do an autopsy on this one. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait till I pull out a spleen. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can find it if you want me to put it up.
Sure.
Okay, I need you to stall.
Oh my God. So in this school, they it just happened to be that all of the kids that they called in were black. It wasn't like they were, as far as I can tell. I think I remember reading this, but I don't remember if every single one of the damn kids were black, but
Keep stalling. There's a meat seat. There it is. Got it.
you say a meat seat?
Oh, it's not fucking loading. God damn it.
Ah,
Everything
son
is
of
so.
a bitch.
My computer just froze.
Oh no. Just because you're looking up something you're not supposed to be looking up.
That's too bad.
So when you die and they do an autopsy, do you care? I guess if like they release the autopsy to the public,
Yes.
since you're like a public figure now.
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm assuming that it's going to have like a little wiener.
Yeah. The only reason you would assume that is if you have a little wiener.
Right. Right. But I don't
So
want
it's
that
not
out
an
there.
Assumption.
I don't want it out there.
Just ask the coroner to draw your cake. A fat fucking cock. Hard. Give me a fat fucking hard on. Put it in your will.
All right. Can you jump over to the screen with the cameras?
Yes.
Okay. See if you can keep in mind what we're recording for the audio audience,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So don't just go. I want you to try to describe what it is that you're seeing as if you are the guy that walked up on the crash
Okay.
and it was a cartoon man that died, but whatever.
Uh-huh. So it looks like this white guy with something with. It looks like he was wearing a tunic, maybe. Doesn't it looks like a tunic, and then there's a bone sticking out of his leg. His right leg looks like it could still be there, but that bone is sticking out at the top. Maybe he just didn't finish the drawing.
Okay, that's enough.
It looks all. It doesn't look like a basketball player to me.
It doesn't look like he would have been a very good basketball player. He's
Oh.
only like 3.5 foot tall.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Back to the original story.
Yeah.
Okay. Florida School District officials apologized Thursday for an elementary school assembly in which black students were singled out for a presentation on low test scores. Officials at Flagler County School District in Northern said a news similar horrific mistake that shouldn't have happened, and that the school's principal has been put on paid administrative leave pending an investigation. Bunnell Elementary staff members last Friday pulled black 4th and 5th graders out of their regularly scheduled activities to attend a PowerPoint presentation about low standardized test scores. The presentation, led by 2 black teachers, noted that black students had underperformed on standardized tests for the past 3 years.
So are we not allowed to tell them that? I don't understand.
They also discussed how students with higher grades had a better chance of going to college, while those with lower grades had a higher chance of going to jail, getting shot, or getting killed.
So they did exactly what you should do, right?
No,
Why?
because they're black. You can't tell them that they got bad scores.
Oh, okay. So if they would have had this exact same meeting and then ended it by blaming their white students, would they have got away with it, you think?
I don't know. What I do know is if I was a teacher, I would never, under any circumstance, huddle all the black kids into one room.
You fear for your own life?
No, because then I would be charged with racism.
Oh. What if it's like a 98% black school? What do you do? I mean, like,
you pull them into a closet one at a time and tell them how fucking stupid they are.
No. You got it wrong. Even if it's a 98% black school, you have like designated white students that you have to keep like a chaperone to make sure there's no racism involved here. There has to be a white student in every interaction, like a union steward, kind of. In every interaction between a teacher and a black student, there's got to be a white kid.
Oh, no. Okay. I'm just throwing this out there. I don't even know that I think it's a good idea. I'm just curious what your thought is.
Okay.
What if, now hear me out. Only black students in a class with black teacher, white students with white teachers. Like,
Okay.
what if we just separate people by race?
Yeah. So not only by class, but shouldn't we do it like the whole school? Like, can't they have their own schools for white kids, their own schools for black kids? Wouldn't it be better?
I'm not looking for a joke. I'm looking for a serious conversation. Is that a bad idea? Should we just say, fuck it? We can't coexist. Like, I watched a video where there was a mob of fucking like 30 black kids. After they beat up the lone white kid, they were all stomping on his head.
Right.
They looted a Dollar Tree. They looted a Dollar Tree.
Why? What do they have in Dollar Tree that's worth looting?
Hair picks. I don't fucking know.
Hair picks.
But that's my fucking point. At this point, now I'm not talking about all black people. Okay.
Okay.
I'm talking about these 30 black kids that looted Dollar Tree.
Okay.
There's no hope for them.
Really?
100%. Think about it. If your kid got arrested for looting a Dollar Tree, do you know how disappointed you would be?
That'd be horrible. If you're
Now,
gonna loot, it's got to be like a high-end store. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or a fucking Walmart. Like, you can at least grab a TV. What the most that you can get from Dollar Tree is a $5 Super Dollar Tree item or whatever the fuck it's called.
I need a new broom and dustpan.
But what I'm saying is, like, they obviously lacked any cognitive abilities.
Okay.
It was just mob mentality.
Yes.
Go that way, steal.
Steal Dollar Tree stuff. So, but isn't that a symptom of their situation or something? Systemic racism or something?
Probably.
So the problem is, I don't think the problem is black people. I think this is a white people problem.
Okay. You know what? I'll be open-minded. Please explain how you came to that conclusion.
This article was telling you that they took all the students who scored poorly on this test and they said, you need to try harder because if you don't score well, the chances are that you're going to end up in prison with a bad life. The people who do well and pay attention and try end up not in prison, good jobs, better life. Just statistically, that's the way it works. And I guarantee you that it wasn't black people that were mad that this was happening. It was
the black parents.
I don't, there's no way that it was the black parents saying, don't tell my kids that they should do better. It was the white people telling them.
I read the fucking article. I'm telling you.
They lied to you. Doesn't support my argument. They lied to you.
It was the black parents said, you were wrong for gathering all the black kids in the auditorium or in the basketball room. I don't know which words they used.
He said black parents, so I'm going with basketball room. Okay, so I think this is the argument that's been going on forever, right? Isn't it just we're arguing whether it's a cultural problem or a just being poor problem? Hasn't that been the argument? Like, people say,
no,
you can't blame black people because of it's the bad situation that they're in. They're poor. They're, growing up in the ghettos or whatever. But then the other argument is their culture promotes this kind of stuff, right?
Right.
Right. So isn't that the same argument we've been having forever?
Me and you?
Everybody.
Oh, everybody. Am I supposed to take a side? I don't understand what's happening.
I have no fucking idea, man. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. I'm so confused. I don't know what the fucking answer is. So if these people are telling the teachers, don't tell my kids to do better, that seems bad.
No, it's don't tell my kids to do better around other black kids.
It might rub off.
No stick.
Okay.
I think that it was wrong for the teachers to say, okay, we need all the black students to come to the auditorium. We have a PowerPoint to give you.
Okay. Did they do that? Did that happen?
Yes. I just read that.
No, but somebody said that that's what happened, but what really happened, I'm assuming, is all the people who got Fs come to the auditorium. If your test scores were low, come to the auditorium. Right?
No. It's we can only have the conversation based on what we read. Okay?
Okay.
What I just read was they pulled all the black kids into the auditorium.
But okay.
I actually heard the speech. It started off with, we know most of you don't have dads at home, so we're going to be the ones to tell you this.
No, you didn't hear that.
I did. That's what they said. That's how they started it.
So what's the problem? Do you think that they don't know they don't have dads at home?
There's no reason. Okay. We're about to argue.
Yep.
There's no reason why they couldn't have had just a full the entire student body come in and give this speech. Okay,
so that's terrible thinking. If you do well on a test, and all of these people do well on a test, and then they pull you into the auditorium to talk to the people who did bad.
Okay, but you are assuming that not one black kid did good.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're saying that he should in your mind, it makes more sense to pull in a good black student because he's black than it does to bring in good white students because they're white.
No. No, I didn't say that at all. I think that we're not aligned from the beginning.
We're going by what the article states.
Right. That's my point. It says staff members last Friday pulled black 4th and 5th graders out of their regularly scheduled activities. Right? You're taking that at face value. They said, all the black kids, round them up now. I am saying the chances that happened is almost irrelevant.
You're changing the story.
To reality.
No, to your version, to what fits your version of reality. Okay, let's do this. Let's cut. I don't want to spend the rest of the show arguing about these stupid black kids. Okay. If the version of the story, we can agree that if the student said, or if the teacher said all black students come to the auditorium,
Yeah.
then they were wrong.
Absolutely.
And we can also agree that if they just said anybody that got lower than 65%, and it just so happened that every one of those is black and there was no white kids mixed in there, and there were no black kids that scored above 65%, which seems highly illogical. But if that's what happened, then they're good.
Yes.
Agreed?
Yes.
Fine.
That's
Next
stupid. That's fucking dumb. Who wants to hear us agree? That's retarded.
Well, I just want to move on.
To something else that we can agree on? Stupid.
Where's that? Oh, yeah. Gangreniously sent this in.
All right.
Okay. So you got your camera up.
Yes.
You won't need it right away, but I don't know. I don't even know why. He sends like 15 articles a week, right? And most of them are really good. This one, there's only one reason that I pulled this.
Oh, boy.
And it's the visual punchline, which the audio listeners will not get.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, the biggest hunt for Nessie begins. That's the Loch Ness Monster.
Yep.
Enthusiasts from across the world will use drones with infrared cameras and underwater detectors in search for monster after a little girl's photo is hailed as the best picture in years.
Okay.
Would you like to see the picture?
Oh, no. Yes, of course I would. Well, wait. What am I seeing here?
Is it not coming up?
Yeah, it is, but I'm looking for Loch Ness Monster. Is it her? Is that fucking Snaggletooth? Is Loch Ness Monster? What the fuck? She's not even in the water.
No, so that was the picture of the girl that took this picture.
Best picture in years.
It's so fucking stupid.
Like there's a stick sticking out of the water, and this Snaggletooth little girl captured the picture. Oh, no.
Okay, anyway. That was it. That was the joke. I seen that picture of her and I'm like, huh.
She looked like a monster.
Okay. Are we done?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to have to pull double duty here.
I thought we were doing sound effects.
That's why I said I'm going to have to do double duty here.
All right. I didn't know if you forgot.
Fuck it. You didn't even let me get to the first one.
Sorry.
Ready?
Yeah.
Holy shit, a super chat.
Casually Mental. Thanks, Casually Mental.
Shit, yeah, man. More super chats.
Oh, Matt Rat. You guys are like Abbott and Costello. Guess who's who? Is that the fat guy with the little hat and the real skinny guy?
I'm not
Who was on
acknowledging
first?
this.
I was on third. Did you say you're not acknowledging it?
Is that how you think that? Do me a favor.
Oh, boy.
Please go through as much of the who's on first routine that you know.
I just did.
No. Please
So-
continue.
Who? He's the fellow that was on third. No, who was on first? Matt. I can't think of the fucking names.
Matt.
Yeah, I just saw the fucking Matt. It popped into my head.
Your brain is so fucking interesting. You're going to try to tell me that your vocabulary is so expansive, right? That I can't even comprehend all the words you know.
I agree with that statement, yes.
Okay. And then you can't go through the most iconic who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third. Instead, you just look at the screen and see words and start reading them instead. Who's on first? Matt Rad is with $5. You guys are like Abbott and Costello. Guess who's who?
I don't see the problem. So those are two different parts of your brain, right? The vocabulary part is like the like storage, like the
You've got a tote.
right, a tote that I just reach into blindly, and then the Matt Rat on first. That's like, I don't know where that's stored. I gotta find it. It's in here somewhere.
Bing.
Lewis, my boy. In what way can we make a live show possible? I feel like there's not a lot of time before one of you passes. Kickstarter, I really want to meet y'all.
Hee hee.
Hee hee. So, yeah, let's just have a. I don't want to do a live show. I want to do just a meetup, like a fan meetup.
Right.
Yeah, at like a hot dog stand.
Bong.
Oh, Mysterious Burger. What will you do if Boomer Bunker starts getting more live views than you? Anthony, will you admit John is a better podcaster than you? Poop, scoop.
Oh, I hope that Boomer Bunker gets more views than us.
Me too. And I will admit right now, John is a better podcaster than I am. He's way more professional. Professional kind of sucks though. It's different strokes for different folks, you know?
So there's this, I know you are so far removed from all of this. Like you don't pay any attention to anything as it relates to YouTube or podcasting,
Right.
and probably your kids.
Right.
But there's this thing that everybody is measured by how many live viewers they have.
Oh, okay.
Not how many views they get, not how many downloads their show gets, not how much they have for sponsors. Everything, the only metric is live viewers.
Oh,
It's so fucking weird.
it is weird. Is that why we're so low on the metrics?
Nobody
Nobody wants to watch us live? Or
I don't even want to
pre-recorded?
watch us live.
Right.
But I hope that John gets more live viewers than us. That would be great. I would be very happy for him.
Me too. I have nothing against John. He works hard. He's good at the traditional, broadcasting thing. Just not my thing. But I wish him all the luck. It's not even luck. He works hard. I wish good things for him.
I wish him all the hard.
Yeah. It's not luck if you work hard, and he works hard. So
Caw.
3 bits. Feces shovel.
Thank you, 3 bits.
Thank you, 3 bits. Feces shovel to you too.
So what do you want to do? Try to do a couple phone calls?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so you and I had a heart-to-heart.
Heart to heart.
No, we had a heart-to-heart.
Uh-huh.
You don't remember.
No. I've had so many heart to hearts, I don't remember all of them.
No, we've only had one, and it was when I begged you outside of the show to have something ready to do while I'm fucking with the phone numbers. Remember that? Like 3 days ago?
No. I mean, I remember we talked about it, but I don't remember you begging me anything. You wouldn't do that.
Okay, by begging, I said, if you want to continue recording live, then you have to start doing the simple things like filling the dead air when I'm trying to find the fucking phone numbers. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
All right, bye.
Bye.